Welcome to Maths with Bob. Today we're looking at matrices. There's going to be a series on matrices, series of videos on matrices, but today we're looking at addition and subtraction. And let's just start off with, we'll have a bit of a look at an introduction. Now, we can see here, I'll just see if I can, we have a, let's try and, yes, here we are. The magic pen's starting to work again. Okay, so these numbers, obviously, let's actually move them around. Let's have a look at the rows. The rows go this way, backwards. And, as you can see here, like a bit like the parallels of latitude around the Earth. Okay, that's row 1, and this is row 2, and the columns go up and down like this. That's the first column, second column, and third column. Okay, these are a bit like meridians of longitude. Okay, so we can say that the 1 is in, if you like, row 1, column 1, so it's in position 1, 1. Okay, let's actually go to the 5. The 5, you can see here, is in the second row down, so it's in row 2, and it's actually in the second column as well, so that's in position 2, 2. And go across to 6, you can see here it's in the third column, but we always put the row first, so it's row 2, column 3. Okay, all right, now, so basically, you can see here they look a bit like a grid system, if you like. You can they have many uses actually, which I'll go over a little bit more later. But a lot of the uses for these are in graphics, in three-dimensional graphics, and all sorts of different ideas in if you're gaming and all sorts of areas. Okay, but we're going to have a quick look at some rules shortly. Now, there are a couple of things you have to be aware of. Basically, before you can add and subtract them, they have to be of the same size. Okay, that means that the rows and the columns need to match up. Basically, you can add and subtract, multiply them, but you cannot divide them. Okay, so this is very important with matrices. You can't divide matrices. You can have a quick look over here. There's a little bit about just right here. But basically, A times B doesn't equal B times A. Okay, that's usually, I think there are some special cases where it can, but most of the time you'll find that you cannot basically multiply things in reverse orders. This is called not commutative. You can see it's not commutative or commutative. Okay, so not commutative. So if it was commutative, A times B would be equal to B times A. Okay, now, so we can't, well, we've got to be careful when we multiply them, but we can't divide them, okay, and to get around this, we use a bit of a sneaky idea about finding the inverse or the reciprocal, A to the minus 1, okay, so we can sort of multiply on the left or the right by the inverse, and you'll see here later on when we start doing multiplication, this is quite an important idea. Okay, so let's actually have a quick look at some of the basic rules. We'll start off with addition and subtraction, as I was saying before, and let's actually see how we do it. Well, the first thing is obviously have a quick look. Just have a quick look. I'll just make this a bit bigger. Okay, and you can see here it's 3 by 3. That means 3 rows by 3 columns, and the other matrix here is also 3 by 3. And if you looked at the subtraction, you can see here this is actually a 3 by 2. And another 3 by 2. So we can basically add or subtract both of these matrices you can see here. Okay, now how do you do it? Well, it's very simple. Okay, all you do is you just go to the corresponding positions in the grid and either add or subtract them. Okay, so let's actually do that. Okay, so here we go. 1. Now 1 is in, as you can see here, row 1, column 1. We go to the corresponding position, row 1, column 1 in the next matrix, which is 10. So we can see here 1 plus 10, 11. So that obviously forms a new matrix, which is going to be of the same size. Again, 3 by 3. So let's go 4 and 13 would match up because they're in row 2, column 1. And 4 and 13, you can see here, is 17. Let's quickly go to this 9. 9 is in, you can see here, row 3, column 3. And the matching number in the other matrix is 19 in row 3, column 3, and we just add these together. Okay, and you can see here we get 28. So we, if you like, we form a new grid. We've now got 3 rows, and you can see here the columns are also, there's 3 columns. Okay, so this is column 1, column 2, column 3. Okay, so the addition is very easy. You just add corresponding elements in the corresponding positions to form the new same size matrix, basically. Let's do subtraction. Okay, well, subtraction again is very easy as well. You can see here 5 and 12. Okay, are in the same spots or positions, if you like. And let's see here. Okay, all right. So, well, obviously 5 minus 12 is minus 7. So the new number, I guess, in the final subtraction. So obviously this is a subtraction. Will be actually minus 7. Will be in row 1, column 1. And you do keep on going. So 6 minus, now it's minus 13. So it's a plus 13. Obviously it's 19. 7 minus 14 is a 7 plus 14, which is a positive 21. You can see here minus 9, minus 16. Obviously it's minus 25. Okay, minus 9, minus 16, minus 25. Okay, so you can see here that these are sort of fairly easy operations with matrices. Okay, now we're going to go into GeoGebra, and I'll just show you how to do this in GeoGebra shortly. Okay. Well, okay, here we have GeoGebra. Let's have a look. We're at version 5 here. Okay, we're going to actually start just a basic introduction to how to do matrices in GeoGebra. Now, first of all, we go to View, open up the spreadsheet view. Okay, I think I'll close down the graphics just for the time being, and we'll move the well, roughly about halfway. Okay, so we've got half spreadsheet, half algebra. Okay, so what we do now is I just type some numbers in. We're going to create 3 by 3s. So I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3. What's 4, 5, 6? We'll just do some simple ones. 7, 8, 9. Okay, now what we do now is we just highlight okay, the rows and the grids, and then right click and go create a matrix, and it'll create a matrix over here for you. You can see in the algebra view, you right click object properties. We're going to just call it A. Okay, matrix A. Okay, enter. Okay, so it's now matrix A. We could just rename it. Okay, so just go down to maybe to row 6 and go 7, 8, 9. So I'll go 10, 11, 12. Okay. 13, 14, 15. Pretty simple ones. Okay. 16, 17, and 18. Okay. And let's create just highlight this again with the mouse. Right click, create matrix. Okay, here matrix 1 again, the defaults. Just go, maybe you want it to go rename. You just do it like this as well. B. Okay, alright. Okay, so let's actually have a look. How do we go? We input, we just go A plus B equals. Okay, here we are. How about A minus B? Okay, yeah, here we go. B, piece of cake. Okay, how about A plus 3 times B minus 4 times A. Okay. Okay. All right. You can see here. Right. We did a bit of a interesting one. That's A plus 3B minus 4A. Okay. So it's actually. Okay. All right. Well, we can also do. You'll see here later on. We'll actually do this like A times B. We haven't actually looked at this yet, but you can see you can do A times B here as well. So it's quite an easy way to do matrices in GeoGebra, and we'll be looking at this in a bit more detail later on. Okay, bye for now.